I am live. Got two on the porch. I guess that says two. Yep, that's two on the porch. Nobody in the house. What does that say now? Does that say three on the porch? Nobody in the house. Without my glasses, that three looked like an eight. JunkDobbers Sunday live stream. Now I got five on the porch. Oh, hey, Brooklyn. How are you, dear? Brooklyn, that's one of my favorite. Let's see, I can't remember. I think she's trained to be a tech and not a nurse. And she's a tall, tall, beautiful lady. Oh, you're with Savannah? And Savannah's pretty tall herself. She's a redhead. She's an RN. I wish I could have got back up there, but to visit, but they changed my appointments around, and it wasn't possible. But two of my favorite ladies at the ward I was on at the hospital. So glad y'all stopped by. Gee, my hand's starting to give me a problem though. The home nurse has been visiting. She says it looks like it's turning red, but I don't see it red. But she's coming back tomorrow, and she's already called the surgery people in Gainesville about it. So I hope I ain't fixing to have problems with that thing again. But anyway, 8 East misses me. Well, guess what, 8 East? I miss you guys and girls. I hate to say guys and not girls because guys mean guys and girls mean girls. So I, boy, I sure miss. Hey, CJ. Uh, I, I meant to shave. I didn't shave and I cut myself over here. I was going to do a razor shave and I cut myself right off the bat. So, are y'all at the hospital, Brooklyn? Are y'all just getting off? Y'all just getting off. Hey, you guys, tell John and Austin I miss them. I surely do. Oh, you're working. Oh, okay. About to go home. Yes, yeah, yeah. Y'all are just getting off. Y'all are just getting off. Brooklyn, I never. And tell John I said I'm so sorry I didn't get to see him before I left. Dadgone it. Yes, I was. I'm sorry I didn't get to see him. But I always got John and Austin confused. I would call Austin John and John Austin. Yes, I did. But other than my hands, it's still a little bit sore. I can't bend my finger all the way yet. I do like that. Wow, is that a? I can't clean that. Which fingernail is that? Oh, that's that one. I've been digging in dirt. I've been digging in some dirt out there on my plants, but I hadn't been digging with this hand. What is that? Oh, I didn't know I still had a scar right there. Yeah, I've still got a little bit of a scab right there. Didn't know that. I thought that was gone. But I sure miss the folks on 8 East. If I ever get a chance, I'm gonna buy me one of them 8 East T-shirts. I want to get one of them. Uh, looks like this is. I can't. Where's the rest of my? CJ's the only one of my regular subscribers, and of course, all of you guys and girls are getting to be pretty regular. Oh, I I don't miss the food so much, but you know what? It wasn't as bad as this hospital here in Ocala at Advent and Seventh Day Adventist uh, owns that hospital, and as a lot of you may or may not know, Seventh Day Adventist doesn't eat any kind of shellfish. They don't eat anything with pork or pig meat, some people call it. And so they, for breakfast, they give you something that kind of looks like bacon, but it sure don't taste like bacon. Same thing on sausage. It don't taste very good at all. But I'm so glad you guys stopped by. Uh, made my day. Made my day. And I got one of my subscribers, Barbara Everett, and her husband. They both uh, Barbara's 70 and her husband's 78, and they both got COVID. Barbara's still at home, but her husband, he's in the hospital, and I sure hope he's going to be all right. And I know from experience what they're going through with that COVID. Ah, my finger just started hurting. But so glad y'all stopped by, and I'm still trying to remember that other nurse's name. Uh, uh, that was a redhead. Can't remember because when she walked in the first time I seen her, I said another redhead, and I think she said, "Is that a problem?" I was like, "No, dear, it's not a problem." Turkey and bacon, probably. Yeah, and it sure don't taste like bacon. I couldn't stand it. I hadn't been back there, and I used to always, me or my wife had to go to the hospital, we would go to Advent. It used to be Monroe Regional, and they sold it to Advent, and it hadn't been the same. It hadn't been the same ever since. That's the hospital my wife passed away in. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all being here so much. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to switch the nights that I'm having my uh, live stream. I'm only having one a week now. Well, I come on last. Tuesday, I think it was, to tell everybody that Barbara and her husband had COVID. And I was kind of hoping that COVID's going to be gone. I'm scared. I'm still scared to death of that. You know, I don't want it. Again, I don't want to even be around anybody that's got it. Of course you don't. But I haven't had my booster shot. I keep saying I'm going to get it, but I'm probably going to get my daughter to set me up an appointment over at Walgreens and go ahead and get that shot. It don't cost me anything. But yeah, Brooklyn is, I think she's 6'1". And I probably asked her a dumb question too one day, and she'll probably remember this. I said, have you ever dated a man that was shorter than you? She kind of hung her head and said, yeah. And she played basketball. I believe I asked her about. I'm always asking people questions like, how old are you? Like Savannah, she's 21. She's an RN. And you know, my hat's off to the techs. But I think if I'd have got that far into the medical field, I believe I'd have decided to go on and be an RN. I don't know. A lot of people say I had a niece. She was a CNA, and I said, well, why don't you go on and get all your nursing stuff and become an RN? And she just said she wasn't interested, and her mama was an RN. So I don't know. I don't understand it, you know. But my hat's off to everybody on 8 East. Everybody. And I've got this. I still ain't sent this card off. I'm sending the card off to 8 East with a picture and my utmost appreciation for how well y'all treated me. And I'm sure at some point I might have been a pain in the ass. I don't know. I know when I had COVID-19, the nurses in charge of me kept coming in there. Why you keep hollering? Why you keep hollering? And I'm like, I didn't even know I was hollering. I don't know why I was hollering, but I know I was kind of out of my head, you know, and I didn't think I was going to come out of there alive. I'm sure glad I made it out of there. Somebody says I'm a tough old geezer. I'm not so tough. But if y'all are looking at many of my videos I've put up lately, I got this one hibiscus flower plant. That thing is called a midnight marble, and that thing is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And I'm kind of starting to collect all different varieties of a hibiscus. I just love those things. The only problem I got with flowers, and I think I said this on my video, is them things don't last. They don't last but about a day, and then the leaves start turning color and falling off and all that stuff, and I don't like that. But I love flowers. I love the blooms and all that stuff, but I wish they would last longer. But I don't know. What. Hey, Hoof-Hearted, how you doing, my friend? Got a bunch of my former techs and nurses on my channel here tonight. And what Hoof said, looks like you're finishing it. It's doing all right, but I still can't I see that spot right there in its scalp, but I can only bend it about that far. The doctor told me, said, keep bending that and hold it for 20 seconds for a while, and that's what I still can't make a fist. See, I can make a fist here, but I can't make a fist there. And trying to keep bills paid, that's kind of hard to do. Fortunately, the only bill I got, it's not really a bill. I give my daughter $600 a month for my room and board. But the thing about me and my daughter, I've never had an empty nest, folks. I've always, ever since my daughter was born in 1970, my son was born in 72. Lost my son in 86. My oldest grandson was born in 1990. Joey was born in 1999, and Jaden was born in 2007. Or was it 2008? It was 2008. So I've never had an empty nest. My daughter never left home. So sometimes people say, do you live with your daughter? Well, yeah. Or is it the other way around? Does my daughter live with me? I don't know, you know. I'm fortunate that I have my daughter. I'm fortunate that I have my grandsons. Even that youngest one that's such a pain in the ass. I love him so much. But you know what? I had two very nice canes, you know, and it's got four prongs down there. It's very steady for me to walk with. I don't use them that much, but he has destroyed. What's on my nose? Okay. What's on my nose? Oh, whatever it is, it got off. He's destroyed both of them. I mean, they're bent, they're warped, so I can't use them anymore. So I don't know. I don't know what he done with them, but they're no good. I've still got another cane, but it's not a real good one. But he's a pain. Of course, school's out, so he's here all the time. And yesterday I got out there and I was going to try to process some of them. I make compost, you know, and I was dumping my compost buckets, and it was all finished, very nice compost and everything. But there was three buckets I couldn't get to, and I called him out there to walk around there and get them for me. But he's got this thing about spiders. He got me one bucket, then absolutely refused to go back in that corner and get them other two. Said there may be spiders, and I'm like, them spiders ain't gonna bother if you don't bother them. And he wouldn't do it. So foolish. I know it was foolish, but I got out of my off my scooter with that cane and walked over there in that corner and got them other two buckets. And I shouldn't have done it. In hindsight, thinking about it, if I had to do it again, I wouldn't do it, because if I fell back there, I would have been on my own. My wife had an emergency gallbladder surgery too. It came out of now. Oh, I know what that's like. My daughter one night she started having pains. I thought she was having a heart attack. And I got her in the car and I was driving to the car to the hospital, and it got so bad right there. We stopped right then and called the EMTs, and they come out there on the side of the road and got her and took her to the hospital. But it was a gallbladder. But I thought she was having a heart attack. I swear, she's 52. She's 52. But that's life. There's all kinds of ups and downs and stuff. I'm gonna have to get in, make sure I get in there and wash his hands, get the brush to brush out under my fingernails. But yeah, every time I dig in that dirt, and I've got these stupid gloves. They're hard as crap to get on. I'm thinking about just getting me some regular latex gloves. These things are a pain in the butt to get on. But I get it on, and my fingers don't want to go all the way to the end. So I don't know. I'm thinking my wife said the pain was worse than labor pains. Um, I'll tell you what, I always thought was worse than labor pain. My wife said no way, but I don't know. I used to get kidney stones every now and then, and boy, those things were painful. But I hadn't had any kidney stones now for, holy crap, 35 years or more. About 35 years, maybe 40. Let's see, because the last time I had a kidney stone was pre 1978. So it's been a while. But I really don't know what pain's like about having a baby. I'm glad the ladies are doing that, not me. But maybe I'd change my tune. I mean, kids are everything. I'm so glad that I've got. I call all my babies. They're my grandsons and my daughter, and the only thing missing is a granddaughter. I would love to have a granddaughter, but boys, boys are not affectionate, like girls are. Uh, I just feel like if you ain't got a girl in the mix, and here it's just us guys and my daughter, and I feel like we need a girl in the mix. But my daughter says no way, and she said the other day, said she wished she could have another baby as long as it was a boy. Said she didn't want no girls. But by the way, Brooklyn, y'all are still on. Let's see if I got one in here. You know those clear face shields that some of the doctors wear over the face and stuff? Uh, my daughter went to a food bank the other day. She goes once a week. And guess what they gave her? A case. A case of brand new face shields. And I can't figure that out. Why would a food bank be giving them out? Maybe it's because they got them. I don't know. but I haven't figured out something to do with them. I'm probably going to throw them away, but before I throw them away, these things right here, it goes right across on the top of it. It goes against your head. This is closed cell foam, and I might figure out something to do with them. Maybe. Uh, but they gave her a case of one week they gave her a 5-gallon bucket of peeled hard boiled eggs, and I made a big batch of egg salad, and I've still got a few boiled eggs left that's in the refrigerator. I've been eating them for breakfast. But other than that, you never know what you're going to get over there. But this day and time, and her working, she only, Lord, she makes about $18 or $19 an hour. I tried to talk her into being a nurse one time, and she don't think she could handle that. She's got a couple of good friends that's RNs, but I'll tell you what, $18 or $19 an hour ain't nothing anymore. It surely ain't. And I never had to work. You know, I was always in business for myself, except for about the first 2 or 3 years I was married. After that, I opened up furniture shops and stuff, you know, and building furniture. And so for all in 40-something years, I was working for myself. So I didn't have to look for a job. And the only time I went to work, after I retired, I decided I wanted something else to do. So guess what? I went to Walmart and applied for a job. I thought I'd be like a door greeter or something like that. Uh, but they put me to what they call day maintenance, and that's cleaning up messes and making sure the aisles was clear and all that stuff. And then I started doing hazmat stuff, you know, when hazardous stuff got spilled, and it happened a lot. And a year and a half after they hired me, they said terminate. He said, we're going to have to terminate you. And I said, you're firing me? He said, we're terminating you. And I'm like, what for? And he said, well, you missed 11 days in a certain 3-month period that wasn't excused things. And I said, when was them 11 days? He told me. I said, well, that was the week my wife passed away that I was married to for 48 years. And you're terminating me for losing 11 days? And he said, well, you can reapply if you want to. And what I should have done, see, they hired me in there they knew I was hard of hearing. They knew it. They discussed it at orientation. And they said, well, we'll get you, I was supposed to be able to carry a little radio around where I could hear the pages and stuff when I was needed. And a new manager come in there and said she had a problem me not being able to hear the pages. 2 weeks later, they terminated me. I should have went straight down to the lawyer. I got a lawyer, his name was Ellen Leak. I should have went straight down to my lawyer and got a lawyer and sued their butts. But you start messing with Disabilities Act thing, you know, with the employee, you're getting in deep doo doo. And but I didn't do it. I didn't need the money, and I was drawing my Social Security and all that stuff. But hey Barbara, how's your hubby? Or do you even know? Who says his oldest daughter is going to college to become a nurse? That's a very wise decision, I think. I don't know all the circumstances, but I can't think of a better career. How's your husband, Barbara? Barbara's got COVID-19 going to, oh my God. Does that mean they're giving up? Is he on a respirator? Oh my goodness. Dang. Barbara, I'm so sorry. He must be on a respirator. Well, will they send him to, will they send him to hospice if he still no dementia took over? Gosh. How long have you and him been married, Barbara? Dang, that depresses me. Dang. I keep forgetting that stuff is not gone away. 22 years. Boy, that just knocked the wind out of myself. Gosh, dang. Well, that's took all the wind out of me. I had a, I was supposed to have a private live stream chat with Crazy Family yesterday, last night at 7 o'clock. And I went on there and they never showed, and I had sent them two invites. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. She's not been on here now, so I hope everything's all right. Lord have mercy. Well, guys, I, I, that's just Took all the wind out of my sails. I'm so sorry, Barbara. Ow, pain. I should have shaved. At least give me a brush shave, but I didn't. But I tell you what, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and all my nurse friends and hospital friends, y'all still there? Thank you so daggone much for coming by. And always remember, I come on. I'm planning on coming on every Sunday at 7 o'clock. Um, and I appreciate you being there so much. And prayers for you, Barbara, and your husband. The dementia's took over. Anyway, I've been yapping about 40 minutes, so I'll just go on and get out of here. Thank y'all so much for uh, dropping in. I appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next one.